Hey there, welcome to Su Talk. In China, there's a liquor so valuable. Basically, it's liquid gold. At one time, a company even used it as collateral for a loan of 230 million yuan. That is 32 million US dollars, backed by booze. Since its IPO in 2001, at just 31 yuan a share, the stock has exploded. Until 2021, it had surged to over 80 times its original price. That's a jaw-dropping climb for a bottle of liquor. Its market value hit 3 trillion yuan, bigger than the entire Chinese liquor industry combined. It got so crazy, people started talking about a stock curse. Any company that grows bigger than it, boom, crash and burn. This is Moutai. As the saying goes, 2 ounces of Moutai is worth a gram of gold. Here's the irony. 40 years ago, the World Health Organization labeled alcohol a Group 1 carcinogen, same as tobacco or asbestos. Yet, over those same decades, Moutai, China's iconic hard liquor, hit a golden age. So, what's the secret? Moutai is a publicly traded company. That means we can peek at its financial report and do the math. A bottle of Moutai sells for $300, only costs $11 to make. That's a markup nobody blinks at. People are busy scrambling to snag a bottle. That is the power of the brand. How did it become this powerful? Is it actually tasty? Let's ask Jim Rogers, the legendary investor and the world traveler. Back in 1999, he rode a motorcycle across China and wrote about it in 2 books. He described drinking Moutai is like swallowing gasoline. It's a 53% alcohol, historically up to 72%. Yes, it's a punch. But the taste isn't the point. Whether you like the taste or not doesn't even matter. If you are in China, someone invites you to dinner, even if there's nothing on the table but a plate of peanuts, as long as there's a bottle of Moutai beside it, that's considered a high-end meal, and you are a VIP guest. Why? Because food is hard to price. There's no clear standard. Is that meal worth $200 or $2,000? Who knows? But Moutai, that redefines the game. It turns an ordinary meal into a social statement. It's the most powerful currency on the Chinese dinner table. How did Moutai pull this off? It might just be the best storytelling company I've ever seen. Moutai has mastered the art of calling itself China's national liquor. In the early years of the People's Republic of China, the title of China's famous liquor was shared fairly, equally among a dozen of brands. Even after the economic reforms in the late 20th century, brands like Fenjiu and Wuliangye still had big shot, claiming the top spot. But decades later, today, when most Chinese people hear the phrase national liquor, one name comes to mind: Moutai. It comes down to 2 key strategies. The first one is it bought the priciest primetime ad slots on CCTV, China's national broadcaster, and ran commercials non-stop with the slogan, National Liquor Moutai. The second strategy is it relentlessly emphasized its deep roots in China's revolutionary history. Moutai is produced in a town of the same name, Moutai Town, in Zunyi, Guizhou Province, along the banks of the Chishui River. If you know Chinese history, those names should sound familiar. That's where the Red Army carried out its legendary river crossings during the Long March in 1935. both the four crossings of the Chishui River and the Zunyi Conference were major turning points in China's revolutionary journey. Moutai's identity became inseparable from that legacy. You could say it carries the red gene, a spirit forged in fire and history, flowing from the same rivers the Red Army crossed on foot. And in such fateful moments, the taste of that liquor must have been unforgettable. Moutai became known as the water of victory. Miss Deng Yingchao, wife of Premier Zhou Enlai, once recalled, "When the Red Army passed through Moutai town, we were using Moutai to treat our wounds. It was used like medicine, replacing red and purple antiseptics to disinfect injuries. The fact that the Red Army made it safely to Yan'an, Moutai played a huge role." Back then, the original Moutai was incredibly potent, up to 72% alcohol, strong enough to double as rubbing alcohol. Later on, Moutai became a diplomatic tool. Chairman Mao gifted Moutai to Stalin, and Premier Zhou Enlai famously served it to Richard Nixon. Zhou even joked to Nixon that during the Long March, he once drank 25 cups of Moutai in one sitting. Wow, at 72% strength, that's real love. At the 1954 Geneva Conference, Zhou brought two carefully chosen gifts to represent China on the global stage. One was the Yue opera film, Butterfly Lovers. The other, of course, was Moutai. Sure, most foreign diplomats couldn't fully grasp the cultural nuances of traditional Chinese opera. But Moutai, just one sip, and they got the message. From that point on, Moutai was officially adopted by China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs as the go-to liquor for visiting heads of state and foreign dignitaries. It was a cultural emblem. The Moutai distillery even erected a statue of Zhou Enlai and honored him with the title Father of the National Liquor. In many ways, Moutai owes its rise to national icon status to Zhou's personal taste and his influence. Eventually, Moutai tried to trademark the name National Liquor Moutai, but the application failed. Now it's just called Guizhou Moutai. But still, in people's mind, national liquor and Moutai are already inseparably linked. Plus, Moutai has core technology and unique brewing process. There's a very mysterious part of the process, at least to the outsiders, is using young women to do stepping the chu. Here's how it works. Wheat gets crushed, mixed with water and a fermentation starter called mother chu, then packed into wooden molds. After that, workers step on the mixture with their feet, a process called stepping the chu. So, why women? Because chu bricks need to be firm on the outside but loose inside. When men stop with more force, the chu gets packed too tightly, which isn't great for fermentation. The microbes need room to breathe and multiply. Young women, on the other hand, are lighter on their feet. And interestingly, they also sweat less, have fewer skin secretions, and carry fewer surface microbes. That helps keep the pH levels stable, which is super important. It creates the perfect environment for all kinds of fermentation microbes to grow and thrive, like a well-balanced microbial party. The hiring standards? Women between the age of 18 to 28, graduates from the top-tier Chinese universities, with a light and graceful build, specifically weighing around 99 to 132 pounds. Yeah, it's a job where your GPA and weight both go on resumes. Right now, around 3,000 women are employed. Apparently, stopping on the fermenting chu is a science, an art, a cardio workout, all in one. Historically, some famous Chinese liquors were made using a tradition called virgin stepping. Yes, that means young women literally stopping the grains with their feet in the name of purity and perfection. Moutai, they have modernized it. These days, they use unmarried women, not necessarily virgins. But hey, the marketing team says it still captures the spirit of purity. Let's just say it's more about vibes than verification. And even after the liquor is made, it's not ready yet. It still needs to age naturally for 3 to 4 years. And then it goes through master blending, done by seasoned tasters, like perfumers, but for alcohol. No added flavors, no colorants, no shortcuts. Every single batch of Moutai is a unique blend, crafted from scratch. And get this, to keep their sense of taste sharp, Moutai's master tasters avoid spicy food all year round. All sounds legendary. In recent years, the Moutai story has only gotten wilder. And now, Moutai as a health drink? Yes, that's becoming a thing. Let's look at what the company claims, backed by data. Back in 1993, doctors at Zunyi Hospital decided to run a health check on 40 factory workers aged 35 to 54 who had been drinking over 150 milliliters of Moutai every single day for more than a decade. One guy had been at it for 37 years, basically Moutai in his veins. So what did the doctors find? Perfectly healthy livers, all of them. Well, except one guy, but he already had hepatitis and kept drinking anyway, so that's on him. Then, in 1997, liver expert Professor Chengming Liang discovered something wild. Moutai actually boosted a liver protective protein 22 times and helped stop the kind of cell changes that lead to fibrosis and cirrhosis. In other words, is it booze or is it a health supplement? Science hasn't made up its mind, but those factory workers sure didn't mind. Then, in 2001, another strange stat popped up. Out of 268 former employees who had passed away, only 3 died of liver cancer. And guess what? They were the ones who never drank Moutai. According to the studies, Moutai also has 3 to 4 times more organic acids than other Chinese liquors, like acetic acid, lactic acid, and unsaturated fatty acids. These are believed to help with liver function, digestion, skin, blood vessels, and immunity. In other words, a full-body upgrade. It even contains a powerful antioxidant protein called metallothionein that's being linked to anti-aging and anti-cancer effects. Wait, Moutai started sounding less like a liquor, more like a miracle tonic. And then, in 2012, Mr. Ji Keliang, the former chairman and head liquor wizard, claimed Moutai had over 1,000 trace elements, more than any Western spirit. That number was later revised to just over 200. For reference, there are only 118 known elements in the universe, and about 70 in the human body. So, let's just say their calculator was feeling optimistic. Still, when you take it all in, Moutai offers elite craftsmanship, revolutionary heritage, alleged health benefit, and a poetic image of young women stopping on wheat. Wow, it's more than a drink. It's a cultural ecosystem. But back to the question, is it even tasty? My first time to have it was in Moutai and Luckin coffee collab. Yes, coffee spiked with Moutai. Originally 38 RMB. After using a coupon, I spent 19 RMB, less than $3. That's a bargain for my first sip for this legendary liquor. Did it taste like coffee? Not really. It's more like Bailey's Irish cream. Open the lid, bam, boozy aroma in the face. I stood there, holding the cup. It's a beverage identity crisis. To wake up or to turn up? Well, do people really buy Moutai to drink it? No, what a stupid question. These days, people are more into storing it than sipping it. Moutai is one of the most liquid hard acids in China. It doesn't spoil. It appreciates in value. That's why some prefer it over cash. In some situations, Moutai is even more useful than cash. Try wiring $5,000 to someone. You'll raise red flags. But walk into a room with a box of Moutai as a gift. No one bats an eye. At one point, banks were even accepting Moutai as loan collateral. In some small business loans, boxes of Moutai were packed, barcoded, and stored in designated vaults. Appraisers would evaluate them based on production year, authenticity, and market price, just like real estate or jewelry. May I call it liquid gold? And in China's massive underground economy, Moutai is also a money laundering tool. Dirty cash gets turned into clean liquor, then quietly resold at high prices. It all stays under the radar. So, if you really understand China, you know Moutai is a shadow currency. It's more stable than the stock market. In some circles, it's more trusted than the RMB. Moutai has gone way beyond alcohol. Wait, are we watching the rise of something like the next tulip mania? A product so hyped, so symbolically rich, that its value detaches completely from reality. Don't get me wrong, Moutai has earned its reputation by craftsmanship, history, and flavor. But when one bottle can buy a used car, you start to wonder. So, I will leave you with this. Is Moutai a cultural treasure or a financial instrument or a very fancy illusion all of us have agreed to believe in? Will you drink it, gift it, or lock it up like an investment? Drop your thoughts in the comments, especially if you are outside China. I'm super curious how Moutai is viewed internationally. Cheers to the stories worth sipping. Until next time.